it's just so nice when you finally get home from 7 hours of suffering, 7 hours of doing 5 tests the night before you studied so hard for and got 6 hours of sleep because you were working so hard just to pass. And when you get home, you're exhausted, tired, dehydrated, everything. You just want to go sleep all day and just eat a whole feast of food. So you go straight to the fridge, and when you look in the fridge, there's food. But not the type of food you feel like eating that day. You force yourself to eat it, but you just can't. So you decide just to get some plain bread to live off of for the rest of your life. Does your friends, like when you're texting them, do they ever say something like slightly funny and you don't know what to say? So you just type LOL or ha 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 because like you have no clue what to say. It's like a little bit funny, but it wasn't as funny to make me like start laughing out loud. I'm just grinning because it wasn't that funny. Then not to be mean, sometimes it just happens because I have no clue what to say. Does that happen to you guys? Something I hate is when I'm watching a movie and a character in the movie is like they did something super cringe and embarrassing. Like it just ruins the vibe, and like I just scream or like shut off the movie or just roll out the room because what they did, it's just I feel so embarrassed for them. Like I just can't handle the embarrassment I have for them. Sometimes I'm talking to like my friends or like my best friends, and mid-conversation, we're just having a long conversation about random things. Anything we think about, it just comes out of our mouths and we just start a conversation about it. In the middle of our conversation, the subject like just immediately changes. Somehow, some way, I have no clue how it just changes so quickly to so many different random things. And I always ask my friend about it. And they also ask me as well because they're also wondering the same thing. But we both don't know, it just happens. The lunch ladies will literally delete you from existence if you do not pick up a fruit from the school cafeteria, bro. They will not let you leave the lunch line until you grab at least 2 fruits, like oranges. I don't know why they do this. They're so aggressive. They're like, you better grab a fruit right now. Like, they're so aggressive. I never try to speak to any of the lunch ladies because they're the most aggressive people in the entire school. I don't think I've ever met a nice lunch lady in my life. They take it so personally if you don't get a fruit, bro. Are you guys ever just craving like an ice cream or popsicle? So you go to the freezer, and immediately when you open the freezer, 95% of the freezer is filled with frozen bread. And then the last 5% of the freezer is just raw meat that's waiting to be used. Do you guys have a friend where when they're laughing, it's like you can see that they're laughing super hard, but you cannot hear them laughing at all? Like they have a very silent laugh. And then their laugh is just so funny, so you start laughing as well. And then it's contagious. Their silent laugh is contagious. It's so funny because it always happens. I have friends who just have a really silent laugh and it's just hilarious, so you start laughing too.
Like, I don't get teachers sometimes. When you and your friend are actually talking about school-related topics, like, is this assignment you're supposed to do? Or, like, how do you do this equation? The teacher will look at you and say, do you guys need something? Or give you that death stare teachers always give us. Then we get in trouble. Also, like, whenever you need help, the teachers are never actually useful. And you have to put on a smile and say you understand because you are too embarrassed to ask them what they actually mean. Like, why? I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but babies/toddlers really get on my nerves. Because, you know, I would be minding my own business on my phone, and this random 2-year-old would come up to me and be like, oh, hey, do you have any games? Like, yes, I do. But, no, not for you. Okay, so, going. And they're so spoiled as well. If you do let them play games on your phone, next time you see them, it will literally be begging you for your phone. And if you say no, it will cry to its mom until they go like, oh, please just let them on your phone. No! This is my phone. But because parents are scary, you kind of have to say yes. The worst feeling ever is when you're having an argument with someone and they insult you, but you can't think of a comeback. So you're just struggling and ending up just embarrassing yourself. For example, if they said, at least my hair doesn't look like a bush, and you don't know what to say to that because your hair does look like a bush, then you're just standing there like, So, which is the worst comeback ever? But, literally the next week, you just thought of the best comeback ever. Sometimes I wish we could just go back in the past. Cause I would have killed the arguments back then. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I literally have no emotions whatsoever. I've never cried once about a movie, and I probably won't ever soon. My friends would be there bursting with tears, and I'd be looking around wondering what just happened and why it was so sad. Also, some people are just way too emotional for me. Several months ago, my friend and I were watching a cartoon for the fun of it, and they were all crying at the sad part. And I was laughing cluelessly as usual. My sister even calls me cold-blooded and a rock. Please don't tell me this isn't just me.